Hello and welcome to The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. This game is something I am very fond of. I didn't actually play it until very late in life, probably only a couple of years ago when I finally discovered it and played it. But now it is very near and dear to my heart. And well, I do have a streaming channel, and I did actually stream this game at one point. I discovered that it's not really a game that works for streaming, at least not for me, because it has a lot of dialogue, which can put a lot of strain on your throat. And, you know, it's hard for viewers to follow the entire story if, you know, they can't watch the entire stream. So I decided that I wanted to record it and put it out as a Let's Play sort of deal. So yeah, here we are. I do have data. I don't know if there's any sort of New Game Plus, but if there is, I'm gonna try to avoid using anything that carries over to for the most part, just so that this remains as much of a new run as possible, so I can show others like how to go about it if anyone ever needs any sort of help. And we're also going to be playing on normal because I just want to enjoy the game, I'll be honest. There's not any sort of achievement for playing on a harder difficulty. That's purely if you want to and you want the challenge. I just want to play the game and enjoy it. So we're going to be playing on normal. Maybe as we go through the series, I'll bump it up a bit, but for now, because it's been a long while since I've played, we're just gonna play on normal. Daddy's really late. Oh, sorry, my throat. I even got a message from the guild saying he'd be home today, too. And Cher's gone traveling around the kingdom on some kind of training. I'm so bored. Maybe I'll just practice with my staff a bit more before dinner. Hey, I'm home. Daddy! Sorry to have kept you waiting, Estelle. Did you take good care of the house while I was away? Of course I did. Did you run into any trouble, Daddy? You didn't get hurt fighting the bad monsters, did you? Nope, I'm as fit as a fiddle. That reminds me though, I brought you a present. Really? What kind of present? A new fishing pole, sneakers, something for my training? Maybe I raised you wrong, Estelle. Aren't little girls supposed to like clothes and jewelry? I like pretty clothes, but they just get dirty. And jewelry breaks when you go play outside with it on. Anyway, Daddy, what's with the big blanket? Is that my present? Oh, you're a sharp one. Now, why don't you come have a look? I've brought you home a child. You're welcome. What? Well, here you are. Quite a handsome boy, don't you think? What? Why is my present a boy? Don't make such a fuss or you'll wake him up. Wake him up? You mean he's still alive? She thought he brought her a dead boy. Because, okay, Estelle. Would that made it a better present? Looks kinda dead if you ask me. I've treated his wounds, so he should be in stable condition. In the meantime, however, we'll need to let him rest. I'll put him to bed, so if you wouldn't mind heating a kettle of water on the stove, I'd appreciate it. Okay. He sure sleeps soundly, and he almost looks the same age as me. This is the first time I've ever seen black hair like that, too. He certainly does have a nice head of dark hair, and a pair of amber eyes to go with it. That's nice and all, but how about you come clean and fess up? Fess up? Yeah, who is this kid anyway? And why is he hurt? Why did you bring him to our house? Is he an illegitimate child or something? Did you betray mommy? Where have you been picking up these kinds of words? No doubt from Sherazard, I assume. Yep, that's right. For heaven's sake, that girl is going to get me into trouble one of these days with all her nonsense. Actually, I just met this boy while I was out on business. I don't even know his name. You mean bracer business? Something like that. Oh, look. Huh? He's waking up. Wow, his eyes really are the color of amber. Where am I? So you're awake now, are you? Welcome to my humble home. You'll be safe here, so please just try to rest. What are you trying to pull? Huh? You must be out of your mind. Why? Why didn't you just leave me there to die? Why? Now that's a question I don't know how to answer. Does things just worked out that way work for you? Don't toy with me, Cassius Bright. Do you have any idea what you're getting yourself involved in? Hey! You're sure shouting a lot for someone who's supposed to be hurt. Running your mouth like that is just going to make it take longer for your body to heal. And just who are you supposed to be? I'm Estelle. Estelle Bright. She's my daughter. Don't you remember me telling you that I have a daughter your age? Now that you mention it. Wait a minute. Don't try to change the sub... Estelle is going to cause this boy to be bedridden much longer. Ow! Quit yelling. All right already. But you jumping on me like that isn't going to make me heal any faster either. I don't hear you yelling again, do I? Look, jumping on me like that is just going to make things worse. Do I hear Y-E-L-L-I-N-G? Never mind. Just forget it. As a word of advice, it would be wise not to argue with Estelle while you're in this house. Even I wouldn't stand a chance if I made her mad enough. Yeah, I can see that. By the way, aren't you forgetting something? Huh? Your name, you know, that thing that people call you. I told you mine already, so don't you think it would be unfair and impolite not to tell me yours? It seems like the logical thing to do if you ask me. Trying to hide it now would only serve to your detriment. Fine. My name is... Fade to Black. Wow, we'll never know his name. So yeah, that's the intro. Well, I guess this is the intro, but that was the introduction to the game. Ugh, it's so bright in here. Oh, I slept like a rock. That must mean it's Dad's turn to cook this morning. I wonder if that means Joshua's still in bed. Ah, I guess that's a no. Well, I guess I better get myself ready then, too. Nice, Joshua. Bravo. Good morning, Estelle. I hope I didn't wake you. Nah, I was already up when I heard you start to play. I can't believe how awake you are, though. Even the roosters still have bags under their eyes. Not that I mind, what with the siren song of yours gently lulling this beautiful woman from her slumber. What do you mean, woman? We're the same age and I'm hardly a man. Tisk, tisk, tisk. How wrong you are, Joshua. We may be the same age, but I am clearly the woman of the house. And that makes you something like my loyal follower, wouldn't you agree? Yeah, how fortunate for you. You could at least try and sound a tiny bit sincere. It really is a nice tune, though. Cheerful, yet somehow wistful. I like your other songs too, of course, but this one's my favorite. What's it called again? The Whereabouts of Light. That's right, The Whereabouts of Light. I wish I could play the harmonica like you, Joshua. Sadly, it's a lot harder than it looks. Compared to what it takes to use a staff, I think the harmonica is much easier. It's really just a matter of concentration. You're probably right. I guess my problem is just that if I don't do something that uses my whole body, I start to feel drowsy. Okay, playing the harmonica is fine and all, but how about getting some exercise too? All your hobbies are sitting around kind of stuff like reading and music. No girl is gonna be impressed with just that. Well, excuse me for being so unpopular with the ladies. Although, I feel like I should be the one lecturing you about your hobbies. I mean, what kind of boy wants a girl who loves fishing, collecting bugs, and has a fetish for sports shoes? Okay, you guys, this is all very sexist, I know. I'm sure many people would like those things. It doesn't really matter, but anyway. That's enough of talk about hobbies for now. And for your information, I graduated from bug collecting a long time ago. Really? I'll believe that when I stop finding beetles in the hallway. Hey, Estelle, Joshua. Morning, Dad. Good morning, Dad. Is breakfast ready? It's ready and waiting. Why don't the both of you hurry on down before it gets cold? Okay. I'm on my way. Thanks for the grub, Dad. Boy, am I stuffed. Are you eating or inhaling, Estelle? Like people say, kids who eat and sleep a lot grow a lot. Well, make sure you get enough to eat, but don't forget to pour that energy into your work, too. That reminds me, you two are finishing up your training at the guild today, aren't you? That's right. It'll be a review of everything we've learned up to this point. And once we're finished, we'll be bracers just like you, Dad. That means I'm not going to let you treat me like a little kid anymore either. You still lack understanding, Estelle. You can only become a junior bracer in the beginning, or in other words, a trainee. If you want to be treated like an adult, then you should work extra hard in your training to become a full-fledged bracer. Well, I'm not afraid of a little hard work. Just you watch and see what I'm capable of, Dad. I'll be so successful that it won't be long before I pass you, too. That's the spirit. Let's see what you're made of then, shall we? Let's not start a rivalry here, you two. And Estelle, keep your focus on the task at hand. We have a test later on today, remember? Huh? Wait, what test? Please tell me you didn't forget about the test, Estelle. You know, the one that checks whether or not we've mastered the skills we've been learning in training. Don't you remember Shara saying that if we failed, we'd be stuck with a ton of extra homework? Crap, totally forgot. Now that you mention it, I guess I kind of remember her saying something like that. Don't sweat it. I'm sure we'll manage somehow or other. I honestly don't know how you've survived this long, Estelle. Your brain is like a sieve. Papa is sad. How could any child of mine end up with such a careless, over-optimistic personality? Ha! You're the one that raised me, so I definitely got it from you. I swear, the two of you act so much alike, but whatever. We should probably head over to the guild soon, Estelle. Shara's going to be waiting there for us. Sounds like a plan. You know how crazy scary she gets when someone keeps her waiting. Oh, before I forget, it's my turn to cook dinner tonight. Is there anything in particular you'd like to eat, Dad? Any requests? Something I'd like to eat, huh? How about ruin-style scalloped fish in a balsamic vinegar sauce? I don't know. I'm gonna butcher the pronunciation of things in this game because there's no voice acting, obviously, so apologies if you say things differently. I don't know, I'm just guessing the way to say them. What's that? I think that's a little more than Estelle's cooking skills can handle. Or our stomachs. You're right, I just wanted to see what kind of reaction I could get. I'll just have the usual fried fish and omelet. No need for anything fancy, but do try to make something edible. How rude. But I can't actually say he's wrong. Actually, I do have one favor to ask before you head out. I'd like you to pick me up a copy of the Liberal News from the General Goods Store. They're supposed to be getting the latest edition in today. Got it. One copy of the Liberal News from the General Goods Store. Ooh, we got 500 Mira, which is the currency in this game. If there's any money left over, you can have it as your allowance. However, that means no wasteful spending. Alright, thanks, Dad. Okay, we're heading out now. See you later, Dad. Work hard and give Sherazard my regards. Okay, and now we are in control. So... Sorry, I had to figure out what the button was for the menu. So this is the menu. We have Estelle. We have Joshua there. Very cute portraits. I'm going to save real quick because we'll just ignore the other saves I have. We're gonna go to page 4. I did have a couple of crashes with this game when I played previously, so just to be safe, I'm going to be saving as frequently as possible without, you know, trying to not do it a lot. I might just cut out if I am doing it like incessantly. Options were fine. Tactics, they're fine like that for now. The only item we have is a map, so here you can see the map of Liberal. We are in Rolent. Bose is to the north, Ruin is to the west. Actually, I don't even know if this is... Anyway, we'll just say northwest, and Zeiss, or Zeiss, I'm gonna say Zeiss probably, is to the south. Then you have Grand Cell in that little nook there. And we will be exploring all of these places as we go through the game, so... we have our orb mints, which is how you use, essentially how you use magic in this game, the equivalent of magic. We'll learn about that eventually. And we have our equipment. Estelle has a staff. We don't have any shoes or accessories yet, and Joshua has twin daggers, twin blades, however you want to say. I think it's daggers. But yeah. So, that's all that. Sorry if there was a little jump there. I forgot to open up my walkthrough, which I will be following for this to try and give it the most thorough playthrough I couldn't possibly give, and potentially, hopefully, help people out with getting achievements and stuff in this game, because I don't even have all the achievements, because when I played without a guide for most of it, and so I missed a lot of stuff. By the way, Dad, is it going to be alright if you stay at home like this instead of going to the guild today? You haven't been there for a couple of days now. Unfortunately, I have a lot of paperwork to sort out. But don't you worry, I'm carrying a big enough workload that the guild's not likely to fire me anytime soon. That's not exactly the most convincing thing I've heard come out of your mouth. How about yourself? Shouldn't you be getting over to the guild? Scheherazade is waiting, right? Okay. There is a lot of dialogue in this game, like I said previously, so I will be trying to talk. My throat's already dying, and I'm not even... I'm hydrating and everything. There's a lot of dialogue. I'll be trying to keep up and talk with everyone as much as I can as we go. But yeah, this is the house. This is the father's room that we saw in the beginning with this little desk. I love the detail in the world and stuff. Very cute. Oh, this is another exit to our house. And up here we have Estelle's room. Very cute, very cozy. We can actually rest in this bed for free if we ever need to heal up. Good to know. And this is Joshua's room. You can also rest in his bed. This is a little fake treasure chest to antagonize us and make us wish we could open it. But we cannot. And this is where Joshua was playing the harmonica. And that's the bright household. But we will be going into town to do our bracer exam and also to grab a newspaper for our father, apparently. Oh, hold on. Let's backtrack a bit. Apparently there's something... I don't know if I ever did this. There's a standing log for staff practice. There's a standing log for staff practice. Looking a little closer, there's something written on it. Stupid Joshua. Okay. Is she like beating Joshua? What? I don't know what that was implying. Sorry if you see the camera spin. That's me scrolling. Now I gotta get back to where I was. Okay. Sorry if this is very disorienting for people watching. So we can see the bright house that way. Rolent is 49 Selge, which I guess is like, you know, the amount of distance to the north. And south is Garoon Gate, 259 Selge. We can't actually go south yet, so we just have to go into town. It looks like we made good time. Not too early or too late either. We just barely graduated from Sunday school. I never dreamed we'd have to study so hard to become bracers. Well, you're in luck. Today is our last day of training. Truth be told though, you're the one who signed up to be a bracer in the first place, so I don't know why you'd expect to get away with any less effort. Oh yeah, I guess I did. Alright then. Let's get to it and make it through this last hazing from Shara. You look ready to me. Let's go meet with Shara at the Bracer Guild over there then. Okay, Let me try to remember what button is the map. There we go. So you can see stuff is color-coded in the map. So red is the Bracer Guild. That's just to the right of us. Lodgings is the inn, which is that blue one, which is where we can rest to restore HP, but you usually have to pay a fee to do so. The Orbital Factory is where we're going to learn about, again, to put those orb mints into the slots to get our magic, essentially. The Septian Church is there, and then green are like different shops, various shops, usually weapon shop, item shops, etc. So we want to go, is this the, yes, this is the weapon shop. Top of the morning to you kids. Good morning, Mr. Elgar. Good morning, sir. Well, you're up rather early, aren't you? Correct me if I'm wrong, but today is your last day of training, isn't it? I seem to remember you saying something about it the last time I had you run the store. Yes, that's right. I see. Well, I'm sure you'll do just fine, Joshua. Now Estelle, on the other hand, I've got a good reason to worry. She's always been a bit scatterbrained ever since she was a child. Probably all the knocks she took to the head playing with the boys. Really? So I guess that scatterbrain trait isn't something new, huh? I'll give you a head injury if you don't shut up. And don't call me scatterbrained. Okay, you two, let's not fight now. And shouldn't you be getting over to the guild? It seems like just yesterday that Estelle was clinging all over Cassius, and now she's a bracer. Looks like I'm getting old. Okay, so we're going to buy 2 leather boots, which is going to be a lot of our money, but it's okay. We'll be getting money soon, so this will help us out. Okay, so let's see. Oh yeah, talk to you. Good morning, Stella. Oh my, well if it isn't Estelle and Joshua. Are you two on your way to bracer training? Yeah, and just you watch. I'm going to pass this exam and be as good a bracer as Shara, too. You're darn right you are. I have faith in you. By the way, Estelle. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Did you wash your face? How about your teeth? Did you brush them too? Wait, is she asking if she washed her teeth and also brushed them? What? Okay. Joshua's so fastidious, but you always forget to take care of yourself. Come on, that was a long time ago. I don't do that anymore, right, Joshua? Now that you mention it, you did take off from home the other day with your hair all in a mess, right? That was only because it was an emergency. Mr. Renan got the new Strega brand sneakers in on that day. Estelle! Yes? You listen to me carefully. For a girl your age, you need to take care of these things. If your appearance is messy, you won't look like someone that people can trust even if you are a bracer. Your appearance is a reflection of what is on the inside. Alright, I'll be more careful from now on. Well, that's that. Now how about both of you get on over to the guild? Man, you just can't argue with her. If your appearance is messy, you won't look like someone that people can trust, even if you are a bracer. Your appearance is a reflection of what's on the inside. Ugh, she got a talking to. Estelle, you need to wash and brush your teeth. Don't forget. It's very important. This looks like a bunk bed, but for guns. Interesting. I'm just on my way over to the Forest of Mistwall to the south of here for work. There was a merchant from Bose who came here to buy lumber. I need to get enough ready for the order I received. Okay. The weather is so wonderful and revitalizing today. I have this strange feeling that something good is going to happen. Ah, that girl is so cute. I've got to be courageous and try to talk to her. I believe in you, Armand. You can do it. You get that girl. Good morning, Claire. Good morning, Estelle and Joshua. Did the two of you really become bracers? What? How did you know? That's because working in the media is my future goal. I'm going to join the liberal news service and work as hard as a reporter. Don't take my information lightly either. Oh, sure thing. My gut feeling says that two of you are going to be in the tabloids. Ha 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 ha. Well, thanks. Isn't it romantic that you two lovers are bracers who stand for justice? I have this feeling that a juicy drama is about to unfold. Lovers? Joshua and I aren't lovers, we're family. You really don't understand anything, Estelle. Joshua's adopted, and things could go either way in the future, right? Plus, leaving it at that would surely please the readers. Readers? Anyway, I'm looking forward to the both of you in more ways than one. Okay. The two valiant bracers who had each other's backs and attempted to escape from the crisis. Ah, love could definitely grow between them from that point. This is so riveting. Okay, little girl. That's certainly a goal you have. Wait, stop running. If you go, you're gonna have to catch me first. I'm the one who discovered it. Take me with you. I'm the one who told you about the place to begin with. Okay, those little kids are running. Oh, hi. Oh, Estelle and Joshua. Good morning, Uni. Aren't Luke and Pat with you today? They were here just a minute ago. The two of them suddenly took off and went somewhere. Yeah, they're running around talking about something that they found. Where am I now? Okay, I got all turned around. Let's go in here. Good morning, Mr. Reenan. Hello there, Estelle and Joshua. You're up rather early today. Did you come to buy a new pair of shoes? Now that you mention it, are there any new ones in stock? You know, like the newest Stregas? Unbelievable. You've actually already forgotten why we came here to begin with. We're not here to shop. We're supposed to be buying a copy of the Liberal News for Dad, right? Of course. You've always been a big collector of those shoes, haven't you, Estelle? I'm afraid that the new Stregas aren't out yet. If you're after the latest issue of the Liberal News, though, I should have them in around noon. Noon, huh? That's right in the middle of our training at the guild house. We'll stop by again after our training is over. Sure, I'll be waiting for you. So the two of you are going to be bracers, are you? I'm jealous. I wanted to be a bracer when I was a kid, too. You could probably say that every boy in Liberal wants to be a bracer at least once in their lives. Except that this one's a girl. Why do you have to make such a big deal out of things, Joshua? There are other female bracers like Shara, too. I didn't mean it in a bad way. Well, hang in there and study hard. When I get my copies of the Liberal News in, I'll set one aside for you. The morning air is so crisp and fresh. Let's see, it's about time I water my lovely flowers. Okay. Oh, that just leads to a balcony. Hey, if it isn't Joshua and Estelle? How are those orbits working out for you that we tuned the other time you were here? In your case, Estelle, it's not whether the orbit is good or bad. The problem lies in the way you use it. You're always jumping into things without a second thought, so you end up being slow to learn. If you just started thinking before you start swinging, then you'd learn twice as much. Well, excuse me for sucking. There, no need to get upset. Everyone has these problems when they first start out. If you can get the hang of things, you'll gradually be able to handle them better. That's right! I'm going to master using this as quick as I can and surpass even Joshua. Yeah, whatever. When I first entered the Zeiss Central Factory, I pretty much couldn't use one of these things either. Even you couldn't use one, Freddy? Yeah, but I can still become an engineer even if I can't use one. But since you're aiming to become a bracer, you'll have to learn how. Ugh. Okay, just repeat. Hey, I'm still setting up shop. Ah, Estelle and Joshua. You seem to be here rather early. Good morning, Mr. Melders. Good morning, sir. We appreciate you fixing that orbit light the other day. Speaking of orbit lights, isn't the one outside our house burned out? We should get that replaced ASAP. Orbments sure are a daily life necessity, aren't they? When I was a lad, there weren't any of these orbment thingies. Now we can get fire and light with the mere flip of a switch, and even ships fly in the skies. I don't like it. Don't you kids think there are ways... Don't you kids think things... Let's try this again. Don't you kids think things are way too convenient these days? Oh crap, there he goes again about the old days. Yeah, well, if you just learn to shut your big trap. When I was young, I made things a reality through hard work and sweat. Sweat, I tell ya. It would be nice if the young kids these days knew the meaning of the phrase hard work. You're probably right. Sir, you're not really doing a good job of promoting your business. But, Orbits are convenient, alright, but I get worried that young kids don't understand what it means to work hard. You hear me, Estelle? Joshua? Don't forget what it means to stand on your own 2 feet. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. There you two are. Good morning, Estelle. Good morning, Joshua. Morning, Ina. Good morning. Is Shara here already? Yes, she's waiting for you upstairs. Once you finish today's training, you'll finally be recognized as members of the Bracer Guild. Good luck to the both of you. Thanks! We'll do our best. Okay, she says the same thing. Do, 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 do. I don't know if talking to Shara will activate the quest, so I'm gonna wait on that. Still want to talk to everyone. Well, look what the cat dragged in. Estelle and Joshua, how you been? Good morning, Mr. Fate. Good morning, sir. How's your father, Cassius? Is he doing well? Yep, he's doing so well it might even surprise you. I don't think there's anyone else his age who's in such good shape. Haha, is that so? My daughters really wanted to see him, but he hasn't shown his face around here in a while. Could you give him a message for me? Tell him that Fate says he'd like to talk about the old days sometime. Sure, we'll tell him. Hey, Joshua? How does Mr. Fate know Dad so well again? I know they're friends and all, but... I've heard they were battle buddies during their days in the Royal Army. Oh yeah, that's right. Let's see here. It looks like my husband's gone to work. I better do the housework quickly and head out to take care of the shopping. Farming, mining, and timber. Those are the 3 major industries here in Rolent. It's no exaggeration to say that these industries are what support Rolent economically. The timber industry, which grows forests and in turn uses the trees as a resource, began at Queen Alicia's behest. My husband works in the Malga mine to the north of here. He left here at the crack of dawn. Sometimes he doesn't even come home for days on end. Oh, rip. My daddy's job is digging holes, and he finds lots of pretty rocks inside. He says they're called septium. Simon, listen to me and listen well. Right now is the time for us to purchase lumber and septium. Ignoring the potential risks, I'm going to buy as much as I can with the budget. Yes, I've already made arrangements regarding the lumber. I'm looking into the septium right now. A lot of eating noises, which I am not going to do. I get so hungry working in the mines. Welcome! Oh, Estelle and Joshua. It's been a while, hasn't it, Alyssa? Is there something going on today? Could it be that you're on a date together? Yeah, right. We're actually on our way to the bracer training now. Oh, is that all? Everyone from Sunday school seems to have decided on a career or goal and is working hard to achieve it. As expected, you're a bit different than everyone else, though. What? Is there something wrong with that? No, not at all. I just thought it was very like you to pick the unusual route, that's all. Oh, that's right. Tio decided that she was going to help me out at her parents' farm. She even said for all of us to go up and visit her sometime. So that's what Tio decided on, huh? Dun, dun, dun. Oh. I started working here because the owner said he'd let me manage the bar. After they started the morning lunch service, however, I've been more of a waiter than anything else. Rip, my dude. Yo, Estelle and Joshua, aren't you a pair of early birds today? Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Denzel. In response to the requests of my customers, I started offering breakfast. Today's special is wholesome pasta. It's superbly al dente. I don't know if... Is pasta breakfast? Unless he's just saying pasta's separate from the breakfast sling. Let's see, yesterday's sales totaled... our breakfast service has been going really well. Sometimes my husband comes up with some good ideas. I mean, in fairness, I would eat pasta for breakfast, but I don't have like the greatest diet or anything, so... I don't know if a normal person would have pasta for breakfast. That boy. Where could Luke have gone? He took off without a bite of breakfast. Unbelievable. My husband knocked over his bookshelves again. The room is now so dusty I can't go inside. The bookshelves look fine. Glory of the Kingdom. Compendium of Orbment Technology. Guide to the Rolent region. The Septian Church and the Bracer Guild. I wonder where that book I just bought the other day went. Looks like I'm going to have to put these books in order. Can I read any of the books? No. Just checking. Septian calendar. I don't know how you would read that. Like 1075 or 1075? I don't. Erected in partnership with the Liberal Royal Family, Septian Church, and Rolent City. Septian calendar 1192. Destroyed during the 100 Days War when Rolent was bombarded by the Erebonian Imperial Army. Septian calendar 1197. Rebuilt with the cooperation of the citizens of Rolent. This tower's been through some stuff. Mr. Paddington! The bear? Now I know that voice from somewhere. Oh ho ho! Well, what have we got here? Cassius, naughty daughter, and clever son, huh? Just when I thought you hadn't been around in a while, you show up all grown. Are you here every day, Mr. Paddington? This place has become somewhat of a new home for me. I intend to spend the remainder of my days guarding this clock. There's a ladder that goes up to the observation deck. Oh, Estelle looks nervous or distraught. What's wrong, Estelle? Something on your mind? It's nothing, really. How about we climb up to the observation deck? Sure, I guess. What's got you so concerned, Estelle? Perhaps she just doesn't like heights or something. Welcome to the Hotel Rolent. Are you here to spend the night? Vern? It's us. Don't you remember? Haha, I know. I was just joking, Estelle. I was practicing my greeting just now. Oh, really? Did you ever notice that Vern teases people with a straight face while being courteous at the same time? That's probably because he can. Oop. Okay, check out the church. Good morning, ma'am. Good morning. My, if it isn't Estelle and Joshua, good morning. Where are you off to this morning? It must be tough waking up so early. It's been a while since I saw the both of you. I'm impressed to see you visiting the chapel so early in the morning. Good morning, Father Divine. Good morning. You were habitually late and played hooky more than a few times during your Sunday school days, Estelle. So have you changed your attitude on life since you graduated? A bit, I guess. It looks like there's little time before morning mass begins. How about I give you both a special sermon? No thanks. Why am I getting thrown into the mix here? Run while you can. It's almost time for mass. Mylene is already here, so I'd best hurry along. Anyone else? I think it's this way to the landing zone. Yeah. A lot of people will leave from Rolent today, and a lot of people will come, which means a lot of chicks will pass through here. Score! Staring at these girls is one of my simple pleasures. You know what I mean, right, Joshua? Sure. Alan, you never change a bit. All this nonsense is the reason why you can't get a girlfriend. You wound me, Estelle. But it's because of this enjoyment that I feel that it's worth doing this job. It's a paradise, haha. This guy's a serious nut job. Dun, dun. Shoot, today of all days I slept in. I must have had one too many cold ones last night. Too many drinks, I see. Scheduled flight from Grand Cell is about to arrive. I better start making landing guide preparations. Anyone else? This is the entrance to the traffic control tower. It looks like this is where they control the lighting devices and the boarding bridge. Oh, check this door. Looks like the only employees are allowed in. When I'm told I can't go in, I want to go in even more. That is how it works. So I think we just have one more place to check out, which should be the mayor's house, which is... Remembering the buttons. That's not it. Ah, that way. I'm so busy. This mansion is quite big. I've got the serving, cleaning, and washing to do. Mornings are so busy for a maid. No one in there. No one in there. Oh, there we go. Oh, this is Mayor. Oh, good morning, Estelle and Joshua. Good morning, Mayor Klaus. Good morning. I've been hearing great things about the both of you. So you're undergoing bracer training, are you? Having such youngsters sign up all by themselves to become bracers and protect everyone is inspiring. I expect great things out of you. We'll do our best. Oh, okay. Just checking. Ooh, fancy save. Cozy little balcony. Oh, wait. Was that just to talk to him? Oh, I thought I could have looked at that chest or something. And then a little attic. Okay, now that we've talked to everyone, let's do a little save again. Now we can head on over to the Bracer Guild. The Star and the Hanged Man, the Hermit and the Magician, and last of all, inversion through the Wheel of Fortune. This is a difficult combination. How should I interpret this? Good morning, Shara. Well, if it isn't Estelle and Joshua. This is a rare occasion for the both of you to show up so early. Since it's my last day of training, I figured why not? I'm ready to get this show on the road and become a bracer myself. I'll give you credit for your enthusiasm, but I'm going to work you hard today in every way I can think of to make sure that high-spirited attitude of yours holds up. I hope you're ready. I can feel that enthusiasm dropping already. Quiet, you. Every time I teach you something, you somehow manage to forget it. This training is my way of trying to keep some of that information in your head instead of letting it dribble out your ears like it usually does. Why, Joshua, Shara's picking on me. Don't worry, Shara. While Estelle may hate studying and rarely ever does her homework, acts rashly, is overly naive, and has a tendency to stick her nose into everything, her instincts are sharp, so I'm sure she'll pick up on how to use an orbman with some practice. Eventually. Probably. Rip. I guess there's not much I can do now except hope for the best. Hold on a sec, Joshua. Somehow I get the feeling that you weren't standing up for me. Well, that's odd. I'm positive I described all your best traits accurately. Damn, Joshua. Whatever. By the way, Shara, what were you trying to predict with your tarot cards? Your face was really intent. Oh, this? I was just trying to get a vague reading about what might happen in the near future. Unfortunately, I don't seem to have been in the right mindset to interpret the cards correctly. You couldn't read the cards? Now that's surprising to hear. Actually, the more profound the meaning of the cards, the more difficult they become to interpret. But that's not important now. I think it's time we start your final training. I'll give you a brief rundown of all the information we've covered in your previous training. This is the minimal level of knowledge the bracers should have in order to function effectively. And, Estelle, make sure you pay especially close attention to what I'm going to say. Yeah. Okay, let's learn about orbments. Orbments are mechanical devices which operate by using what is known as orbal energy. A variety of effects can be produced depending on their structure and the type of quartz or processed septium installed. Although it's only been about 50 years since their invention, these devices play an integral role in all our facets of life, from lights, heaters, and other everyday products to weapons, magic, and even airships. In connection, this technological reform is commonly known as the Orbal Revolution. Bracers are investigative and combat specialists who work to protect civilians and maintain the stability of their respective regions. They aid the community in various ways, such as exterminating monsters, preventing crime, finding lost items, and escorting people and goods. The Bracer Guild, which has established branches across the continent, manages the affairs of the bracers in each region. The Kingdom of Liberl in which we live sits in the western half of the Zemurian continent and abounds with nature and deep-rooted traditions. Liberl is proud to be one of the leading producers of septium on the continent and is known for its high level of technology used to develop orbments. Orbman technology has also been a key pillar of support for Liberl in protecting its independence, and it has contended with neighboring nations. 10 years ago, when Liberl was invaded by the Erebonian Empire, it was the use of orbal-powered airships that saved the kingdom from defeat. Consequently, even now, our relationship with the Empire is somewhat sensitive, but thanks to the Queen's political finesse, Liberl enjoys peace. Alright, now that we've learned a bit of the history, Let's see, since we've got a mountain of stuff to do today, I'll let you off the hook this time with a condensed review. I'm going to speed things up now and move on to the practical portion of your training. Shara? How is today's practical training any different from the training we've done before? Since it's practical, that means you will be experiencing things firsthand. Therefore, I'm going to have the both of you run through everything as if this were a real bracer job. So what you're saying is, there won't be any studying at a desk involved? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. This time you'll have to go out and make a physical effort to accomplish your tasks. I'll make sure to have you work up a sweat, so I hope you're ready. Yes! That's seriously just what the doctor ordered. I didn't know what I was going to do if I had to sit at another day with my tush parked at a desk. I guess I got all worried for nothing. Well, suddenly you're all bright and cheerful, Estelle. Let's just hope that smile on your face lasts until the end of today's training. Okay, let's get cracking on your first objective, shall we? Let's have at it! Your first objective will be to confirm the details of the job you will be performing. But before that, there is something that we need to give the both of you. Ina, are they ready? Yes, they are. Alright, you two, go get one for each of yourselves. Alright, so I'm going to end this part here because we've been going for a while. We're going to do a save. And when we come back, we are going to start our final exam to become a bracer and see where that leads us. But thank you guys for watching. I'm still figuring this all out, but hopefully I'll work out the kinks as we go along and get a little better at this. So apologies, but yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time.